Tonight we've come to investigate the infamous Gresley Old Hall in Derbyshire, a place that's the epitome of what a haunted house should be, from its tall, imposing exterior to its dark and dusty corridors and rooms. Today the hall has become synonymous with hauntings, and tonight we'll be spending some time here to try and gather evidence of supernatural events occurring within its walls. Located in Church Gresley in Derbyshire, the Gresley Old Hall dates to around the mid-16th century and was allegedly built for Sir Christopher Allen using reclaimed stonework from the demolished Gresley Priory, which stood nearby. Today, the only surviving part of the original house is the chimney stack, which is now enclosed within the building itself after almost a complete rebuild in the latter part of the 17th century and later heavy renovation work in the 20th century. After various uses throughout the 1800s, the hall eventually became a farmhouse and was lived in by a number of families before being bought by the Coal Board in 1953 and turned into a miners' welfare club which opened in 1964. Today the hall continues to be used as a community centre, putting on numerous events throughout the year, from bingo nights to discos, and has even hosted a number of paranormal investigations, with ghost hunters coming from all around the country to try and witness the many ghosts now said to roam here. It's difficult to say when rumours of the hall's supposed haunting first surfaced. However, it's been a site of interest for paranormal investigators for well over a decade now, and in that time, along with many inexplicable events, a number of ghosts have also been identified. One such spectre that's been seen here is that of a young girl dressed in period clothing. It's believed that she's a former maid who fell asleep in front of the fire one night in an upper floor bedroom before her dress caught alight, engulfing her in flames. Many people who have entered the room in which she is believed to have died have felt their bodies burning up and have heard the young girl's haunting screams as she tried to cling to life in her final, agonising moments. Another spirit roaming the old rooms of Gresley Hall is that of a rather unpleasant man who is believed to be responsible for touching and grabbing people and generally making them feel uncomfortable whilst in the building. Some believe he may have been a monk who is not attached to the building itself, but rather the stonework that was taken from the Gresley Priory and used in the hall's construction. Others believe his identity may be that of a farm labourer who lived in the hall during the Victorian period. The Gresley Old Hall is another one of those places that on first appearance seems to have so much history, and not all of it being particularly good, but once you start doing a little bit of digging you soon realise that these stories of burning maids and angry monks may just be that, stories. Now, as far as I can see, the owners of the hall have never reported or even supported any of these claims, and most seem to have come from the paranormal event companies who hire out the hall for public ghost hunts. Starting with the building's construction and material being used from the Gresley Priory, historians still debate as to how much, if any, priory stonework was actually used here. Now, supposedly today the only surviving part of stonework is the original chimney stack, which is now encased within the building itself, but historians are still unsure if even this came from the priory. As for people seeing ghostly monks around here, I certainly think it's plausible that people may have seen hooded or cloaked apparitions, but ghostly monks seem a bit of a stretch based on the history of the location. Moving on to the maid who supposedly fell asleep in front of the fire and was burned alive. Now, I've certainly not scoured through every archive in Derbyshire, but I have been fairly thorough with my research and I can't find any evidence of a fire ever taking place here, let alone one that took the lives of some of its residents. The story itself also seems to vary depending on who you speak to. Some people say that it was just the maid that died in the fire, whereas others say that the children died as well. The age of the maid also seems to vary. Some people place her as a 14-year-old girl and others as a 65-year-old lady, and everything in between. There are so many other stories here as well which just don't seem to be founded on any real history or facts, and although I can't prove it, I certainly do wonder if some of these legends have been created to increase ticket sales by ghost hunting groups holding events here. Despite this, there are still many people who claim to have had unusual experiences here, from hearing disembodied voices to seeing ghostly spectres gliding through the derelict rooms. And although the history of the building may not match up with some of the ghost stories, that's not to say that there isn't some kind of a haunting here occurring in this old hall. So we're in the first room now. First things we've noticed since being here is there's a lot of noise pollution. There's a bingo night tonight downstairs in the new part of the hall, which you can hear the sort of audio overspill from.
And the flat directly connected to this part of the building is just underneath a bunch of rooms there, and you can hear it like clear as day.
We heard his telly. We can smell his dinner.
Exactly.
It smells of pot noodle. But interestingly, we spoke to...
Where we are now is a lot quieter though, actually.
Yeah. It's more so over the other side of the building where you can hear and smell the flat downstairs. But I believe it's the caretaker that lives in there, and we spoke to him just as we arrived when we was filming the day stuff. He was just curious to what we were here for. And obviously he lives in the building, and he said that he's had a lot of weird things happen.
Yeah, but what he said was that he always puts it down to the wind.
Yeah. So we didn't get many details of what his experience, but he said he's...
He wouldn't tell us, but he said, from what we've gathered, it's definitely active.
Yeah, but then the guy that actually owns it and showed us around, he said he doesn't believe in anything, which implies he's not experienced anything here. But
then I wonder how much time has he actually spent in here?
Yeah.
One thing I have noticed about this, and you've probably noticed it as well, is even though it's indoors, it's so dark.
Yeah.
Because all the windows have been put out for events and stuff, here? So everything's all boarded up.
Yeah, that's a window, you can't see anything.
Which means that every room is like pitch black. And there's lots of dust.
And very dusty. In fact, when we was filming the day stuff, I came downstairs, my mouth was so dry with dust.
Well, I was on my hands and knees in here playing with the dust.
Well.
Just for some B-roll footage.
And thank you for that.
Nothing else, just B-roll footage.
Okay, so we've come to the Gresley Old Hall tonight. I'm Luke, that's James, and this is Sophie.
Hello.
Hello.
Wanted to know if there's anybody that resides here. There's been a lot of people, a lot of groups that have come here and have tried to interact with you, tried to communicate with you over the years. And a lot of them have come away saying that they've been able to speak to you and they've seen you walk in these corridors and within these rooms. We want to know if that's true, what they've seen and what they've experienced here is genuine. So if there's anything that you can do for us at any point in the night...
The darkness over there keeps proper shifting. I keep looking at it and then having to look away because I'm sort of freaking myself out a bit looking at it. It's like there's forms shifting in the door. Can you see it?
I think that's the darkness playing tricks again.
Yeah.
But no, there's nothing on camera showing up.
Good.
If there is anything you can do for us in this building to let us know you're here at any point tonight, we'd really, really appreciate that. We proceeded to investigate a number of rooms within the hall before arriving upstairs in the room where we believe a maid and possibly some children burned to death in the Victorian period.
So this, you reckon, is the room with the fire?
I think so. The thing is, there's so many different stories about where the fire happened. My guess is it's here, but that is only a guess. I can't find the exact room.
Is this room higher up than the room we were just in on the other staircase?
Yeah, I think so. It's either might be exactly the same level or slightly higher.
I'm trying to think, was there any fireplaces over that side?
I didn't see any that stood out to me. My guess is it's this fireplace.
But we had a look and we couldn't see any like definitive signs of smoke or...
Yeah, have you got the torch, Sophie? So we were having a look, and you can see, I think it's this side.
It does look darker than the other side.
Kind of looks like wood charring. I mean, certainly there's like grime and soot on the walls everywhere, but I mean, it could be charring up here, but to me it looks like it's just covered in muck.
Well, in the front of the fireplace as well, that's quite clean, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to tell, really. I don't think that is charring.
If you think what that room looked like in Beacon Hill Fort, at the back, that's what you would I would have expected.
Yeah, it don't look like it to me. I mean, it doesn't look that different from that one, really. I think it's just how the wood's aged. But, have your torch back now.
Come on.
But we're here, so Let's see if we can find out if it was this room.
Again, like at this point, do you feel any kind of energy about this room or anything like that?
No, not yet. I haven't felt anything since we've been here other than a bit on edge, but
Yeah.
that's just acclimatising to the building.
It sounds like they've gone as well from the bingo.
Mm.
People have said that there's a lady here or a girl who died in a fire. Is that true? If that lady or girl is here with us, can you come forward into this room? There's lots of things in this room that you can move, you can touch, and they let us know that you're here.
Can't even hear sounds from the flat at the moment.
No, it's absolutely silent now.
The only sound is like cars in the distance outside.
We've heard as well, we don't know if it's true, but we've heard that there were some children that may have died here as well. And I say, we don't know if that's true. It's just what we've heard, and whatever the true story is, whatever happened here, is not written down. It's not information that we have nowadays, which is why we're here. We'd like to find out if a tragedy did happen in this room or in this building, so we can document that, and so you can be remembered. Can you show us a sign, please?
If you need to, you can use the energy from the equipment and the cameras and stuff we have in this room. There's lights on that you can use the energy from. You can use our energy if you need to. If you can take that energy and then use it to show us you're here in some way.
Could we even just get your name? The lady who's here.
There's a lot of like car noises.
Mm. Yeah, they're the noises from outside. It does make you wonder if it has been any previous activity here, has been literally just from
Hearing
people
other people.
outside.
Yeah.
Some people say that the room where the incident happened, they've come in and they've felt very, very hot. Are you trying to make them feel what you felt?
There's no kind of feelings like that at all in this room.
In fact, it's quite chilly up here.
Yeah.
That window's busted out as well. Can you try and change the temperature in here? If that is something that you do, either consciously or maybe unconsciously, can you make it get really hot in here? Show us how it felt. With nothing happening, we returned back downstairs, leaving a locked-off camera recording in the room in hopes of capturing something. Once downstairs, we attempted to get some responses using the Rem-pod, which did actually alarm a number of times. Contrary to popular belief, the Rem-pod can actually be set off by things such as radio waves created by Wi-Fi and phone signals, and with a busy social club not far from us and being meters away from the flat below, we were dubious about these results and decided to move it into a different room to see if we could establish what was setting it off. Okay, we've set up that noisy contraption on the floor there. You may have seen us using it in the other room, and you've probably just seen me poking my foot around it now. It's another way that hopefully we can communicate with you and interact with you. So if you can move around it, move towards it, bring your energy around that antenna that's sticking up, or manipulate.
Ooh.
Can you do that again?
That's
it.
It's just one blip like it was before.
No, before it was 3 the first time, 2 and then 1. I think the thing is to see if it does it every couple minutes or so.
Yeah.
Across the way. There's also that little light by the door if you want to try open the door or go near it.
Yeah, if you could open that door, that would be fantastic.
Full disclosure, there is like a slight breeze in the house, but not enough to...
I'm assuming that's
Swing a
quite
door.
a stiff door, is it? Or is it?
I think you would need to push it.
Right, okay. It's not just going to swing open then. There you are.
Mm-hmm. So that was 2 that time. So it's gone 1.
And it's been consistently at the same level of...
I am leaning towards that being overspill from somewhere. As in radio waves coming in from either...
Ask to hold it.
Hold it?
Yeah, like, make it stay on constant.
Hold the lights on.
Yeah. Yeah, if you are doing that, can you hold your position there? If you were making it sort of coming close to it very briefly, can you do that again, but sort of hold your position around it so more lights come on, or it just stays on for a bit longer? Just so we know that is you doing that.
Yeah, because that is the flip side of it. Whatever's interacting with it might be a bit like timid
Yeah.
at interacting.
It's not going to hurt you. It's just a way for you to let us know that you're here. So if you can try really hard to get as close as you can to make the light stay on for longer.
Can have a go in the other room on me, Todd.
Go around on your Todd. As you remember, we were blowing dust on this table earlier and we're leaving already.
That's the point as well. We haven't tried with different variations of people in rooms.
Just scarf again?
Yeah, just once.
Same blip again.
If that is you doing that, can you do that again, please? Can you do it right now? Try really, really hard. Do it again.
Ooh.
Suspicious.
That was a lot closer together than it has been.
Can you do it again? One more time, really quickly, please. I've got full body chills.
Oh.
I take it you wanted me out of the room then?
I said, wants to talk to you.
I'll stay in here. Don't mind me. I'll stay in this room.
If you can understand what we're saying, and if you want to talk to us some more, or you want us to talk to you rather, can you go and do the little green lights again? And just hold them on as long as you can, and then we can know you want to talk to us. If nothing, I almost feel like it wants to talk to you.
I'm just waiting.
Especially when you said you got full body chills. I didn't get them, but if you've got them, that almost feels like it's tied.
Such a mouth.
No, you know what I mean. It wants to. It's having a dialogue with you.
Is it me that you want to talk to? We can talk. If it is just me that you want to talk to, make those lights go off again, please.
Do you want me and James to leave the room entirely?
Have you got a torch?
Yeah. Don't leave.
No. I just there's no flies or anything here, is it?
No, I filmed it. There was nothing around it.
No. I think even with it flashing, that would have put the flies off. Try and resettle the room. That was really, it was really going for it.
Yeah. Well, Sophie said do it quickly, and then it done it like loads of quick
Yeah.
bursts of it.
So it's just you and me in here now. We can sit and we can talk. There's plenty of chairs around. You can come and sit near me. But before you do that, can you make those lights go off again, please? Use as much energy as you can and make those lights go off.
Our results with the Rem-pod were inconclusive, and we can't rule out that it wasn't detecting stray phone, radio or electrical signals from the social club or the flat below. Following this, we decided to step things up a gear and brought out the spirit box, which we plugged into some headphones and placed them over James's ears and a blindfold over his eyes. The idea being that he would be unable to hear any of the questions myself and Sophie were asking, leaving him to simply repeat any words he believed he heard come through. So I don't know if you can use that instrument over there that is with James. Can you speak into that or use your words, and James will tell us what he hears. Hopefully we'll be able to get some kind of conversation going on here. You can manipulate the frequencies that are going into that device, or push your voice through those frequencies. James should be able to hear you.
Are you a man?
Home, maybe? Could have been in there.
Is this your home? Is this where you lived?
Are you a woman?
Like Amy or A.
Could you say your name nice and clearly so James can hear you?
Esther.
That's weird.
Esther, were you a maid here? What was your job here? Or if you didn't work here, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Good.
Are you a good person, Esther? Is that what you're trying to tell us? That you're a good person?
Esther, has there been anyone else here with us tonight, or has it just been yourself?
Esther, are there any children in this house?
Or?
Oh my god, that is weird.
The dark.
Children don't like the dark. I'm connecting dots, but my whole body, I want to cry.
I just got goosebumps come up.
Mega goosebumps.
So Esther, are there 4 children, and are they in the dark, or do they fear the dark? Or is there someone else here who is the darkness?
All 4 have come to me. House.
Esther, what are the children's names? What are they called?
All.
Oh my This is beyond bizarre.
Jim. Errol, Aaron.
They're all names. They're all names.
I'm freaking out now. There's one more name. That's 3 names, Esther. What's the 4th name? Can you tell James, please, what the 4th name is?
Amy. 4.
It's twice Amy's come through.
And twice the number 4 has come through. And that's going off a lot more.
They're starting to pick up on the Rem-pod.
So what was it?
It's been going for 5 minutes. How long do you want to continue?
I don't know.
C.
Can we... You want to see... Would you like to see something? Or do you want to...
All of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to see, Esther?
My hands are really warm. Them all. Paul. It's here.
That's the Rem-pod was going off.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Paul.
Hi.
Hello, Paul. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, Paul. I'm Sophie.
Very pleased to meet you. My name's Luke. You've travelled a long way to come here to visit your lovely house.
Who are you? Sound like?
I'm Luke and
I'm Esther.
Hi, Esther. It's Sophie.
can you see us? Because we can't see you, but can you see us?
My tummy's going now.
Give him another couple of minutes.
No.
That's direct.
Oh, something there, I couldn't hear it.
That's direct answers.
Mm.
All of them have been direct answers, not even to the point where you could interpret it. Asked for what are their names.
Yeah.
Gave us four names.
Asked how if they were children, how many children, 4 children, what their names, 4 names given. Esther, how old are you? I know it's rude to ask a lady her age, but can you tell me how old you are, please?
Patient?
Esther, it's been lovely speaking with you. What we're going to do is, I'm going to sit where James is sitting now, and I think James may like to have a conversation with you, if that's okay. So I'm going to sit where James is, and I'm going to listen to your voice, as he has been, and James can ask you some questions, if
Luke,
that's okay.
might have been. Hey, Luke.
No,
Okay, so I'm going to sit down now, but it's been lovely speaking with you, and as I say, you can now speak to James. I think he may like to ask you some questions. I'm going to flip the torch on.
freaking out.
Oh.
Mate.
That was
no,
weird.
No.
We could have said Esther.
Stop.
Oh,
Right.
what?
So, we
I
said...
think, can we...
No?
We'll fill you in on what's...
Okay.
happened, because I want to keep this going.
Okay.
There's a lady called Esther here,
Yeah.
and there's 4 children with her.
saying Esther.
There's 4 children.
Wait till we explain to you what happened later. But
Still-
we've been speaking to her.
Yeah.
I've just told her that you'd like to ask her some questions and have a conversation. I'll be sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
So
Just carry on from there and tell me.
So yeah, I just Following my turn using the spirit box, Sophie also had a go, and then James for a second time, but no relevant or coherent words came through at any point, and interestingly the Rem-pod was also not set off anymore. It's almost like whatever energy or entity that had been there had completely vanished. We made our way back downstairs to the base room to discuss what had been a very intriguing session. So, the first thing I wanted to say was, could you, and swear on your wife and your child's life, could you hear what we were saying?
No, I could just. Well, like I said, the only time I could hear anything, it was just like almost like through the floor and in the room.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was so like in my ears. Even if you were talking, it was like mixed up into white noise.
That's what I had. When I had the headphones on, I could hear, like,
The
as you
sound
say,
someone was talking, but you couldn't tell what.
couldn't hear what was actually
What was
being
being
said.
said.
Just wanted to double check that, and also for the point of the viewers at home.
I mean, you saw it like
So
in the second time round as well. When the headphones went on, they were
Yeah.
very loud.
the questions we were asking,
Yeah.
you were saying definitive answers.
Like what?
So I think
Well, we was asking who's there. What we gathered from was a lady called Esther. Who
Yeah.
then
Esther
said,
came
it said
through.
like how many, and then
I said, are there any children here?
Yeah.
And she said 4, or you said 4,
Yeah.
and I said, what are their names? And then you reeled off 4 names.
one after the
Yeah, I
other.
remember seeing
One after the
a bunch
other.
of names came through.
Yeah, it was like, I can't remember what it was now. Aaron or Errol.
I remember there
Amy.
was like, yeah, because I remember
Jim.
the owl from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It was like Errol, Aaron, something like that.
Reeled off a load of names. Oh man, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was,
It was proper.
and then it was
You
like,
say the Rem-pod was kind of mental. as
yeah,
well.
and then it was like, didn't it say something along the lines of see? As in,
Yeah, you said.
I said, did you need us to see something, or
Can you see us? Or we can't see you. Can you see us? Or something like that.
No.
It was just like no.
there was not a single
Well, like it was.
question that
doing
wasn't
like we were
unanswered.
doing.
What do you mean?
Like as if it was like communicating to us, but it couldn't see us.
No, not like that. No, it just couldn't see us. It wasn't like it was trying to communicate with us. But there was not a question we asked that didn't have an answer.
Really?
Yeah.
There was
Every
loads coming
single
through,
question.
like constantly.
Yeah.
The-
And then the second time round, it was just nothing.
Weird.
Third time.
The second time around when I did it, it was weird because I was listening to it so hard, and it was like all the really like loud stuff, like all the bits you can hear, like music or whatever, and then like underneath that, because I think I said at one point I could hear like stuff being said that was clear, but it didn't cut out with the crosses.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was only in this headphone I could hear it every now and again. It'd be like a really, really clear, but a lot quieter voice would say something, and it'd be like a word or like a couple words or something, and it'd be like amongst all the like, and it'd be like cut out, and it'd be like, it was weird. It was like, but it wasn't doing that the first time.
No, and the thing we discussed it. What we suffered from is not being able to process. You just seem to be able to hear the noise and say what you think straight away.
Yeah, it's because like, the sound would come through and just be like, whatever that
Yeah.
sounded like.
Because when it was my turn, I had so many things, and my brain just went.
Same here. I just
and
couldn't.
I'm like, I don't know what.
Yeah, the speed on it is really quick.
Yeah, my head just didn't work quick enough
But then,
to
'cause
be able to.
I was even tempted on the first time to say like, could you turn the rate down? But then I thought if you turn the rate down, it is going to just have like, it's going to be more just having like clips of stuff. Whereas
Yeah.
this was so quick. Because there was a few points where I would hear it. There would be something coming through it. I think on the first and second time there'd be something coming through it, but you could hear it was over like multiple sweeps going over like a whole bit.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
bizarre. It was.
What was the atmosphere in the room like? Because I was kind of like isolated.
I felt like I was going to cry.
It changed so quickly,
Really?
and I don't know if that was because we were getting answers to our questions.
Yeah.
or whether the atmosphere did change. I can't distinguish the two, but man, I got goosebumps on my arms when it started happening.
And the Rem-pod was like consistent.
Yeah.
During that first session.
Yeah.
And then everything following the Rem-pod.
I don't remember seeing Esther in the second one. I didn't hear it come
She didn't come through.
No, she didn't come through.
But Wilfred, something came through a couple times.
It was again like it just fizzled out after a little while.
It's like when you were talking to the one on the Rem-pod, it like went whoop, and then stopped.
I mean, I think certainly, I think me changing over you, I think that killed it. I think there was that momentum going, and we were feeding off each other, and then all of a sudden that changing over just killed it dead in the water. Because I was struggling to hear anything, but there was nothing clear coming through.
No, I had a lot of clear stuff was coming through. Occasionally I did a thing of where it was like you were saying, you kind of almost have to like process the sound for like you're playing that sound back in your head to then think what it was.
We ended our investigation at the Gresley Old Hall just after midnight, and have to say that we were shocked by the responses we had through the spirit box, which in hindsight may actually lend some credibility to the legend of the maid and children having died in a fire in the building, the spirit of a lady named Esther coming through and mentioning 4 children who were with her. This certainly is a location that we'd like to return to in the future, where we can hopefully push the level of communication with the residing spirits even further.